Ah, Kingston on a sunny day. Isn't it beautiful? Tranquil, lovely, shopping, bliss. But we all know about that. There's loads of other things that happen in Kingston. Right on Kingston Bridge, you have this. This is McCluskey's. McCluskey's last week paid host to Tiny Temper. You know, Tiny Temper passed out, massive #1 artist. Loads more bands played here. Unit 6, they just sold out. The O2 in London. Like, huge bands play this venue. I'm just going to take you on a little walk of the town as I see it. Now, I'm doing this as a stream of conscious, part 2, stream of consciousness, part 2. This is kind of just a few of my thoughts. I'm pretty busy at the moment with stuff at work, but I think just need to get some stuff across to us, really. So we're talking about, in reaction to the piece in the Surrey Comet this week where people were talking about McCluskey's and the Hippodrome being shut down in a number of years. The thing that bothers me mostly about this is the lack of give a shit from Kevin Davies, from the council. I don't know who we're even talking about there. The only person I see represented in the Surrey Comet, in the press there, is Kevin Davies. Maybe it's his representative of the whole of the Tory council. Maybe it's just one person's view. I just do not understand the whole kind of apathy of particularly the statement where it's like, don't worry that McCluskey's and the Hippodrome will be closing down because there's plenty of places to go. You can go to Pryzm. You can go to another pub. Like, are you kidding me? Like, Pryzm, that place was almost shut down for all the wrong kind of reasons recently. Pubs, do you even understand? Do you even understand what our music culture is? What people of Kingston want to do? Like, it's bonkers. I'm just going, talking about gig venues that we use. Like, obviously we've been to McCluskey's. Right now, in our tour of Kingston, we're at All Saints Church. This place is amazing. Let's have a look at it here. We've had some pretty sick shows in here, like Twin Atlantic was here, Kevin Devine. It's an amazing building, amazing sound. Like, these places are made for those kind of vocals. Here's the deal. We spent so much money on this building. At the end of the day, as beautiful it is, and it is it's a building, and it's the culture, like, albeit a religious setting or whatever, the culture that seems more important to protect is one of, like, a kind of historic ancient church. That's cool. Like, I want to respect that, and it's an important thing. Like, it's done a lot for Kingston, probably got its name from it. But why are we spending, like, our money on moving the coronation stone to the front of the church from wherever it is, instead of, like, looking after the real culture which is on our doorstep right now? So I kind of worried about that. I kind of worry that there's a whole kind of, yeah, music doesn't matter, but my world does matter. The culture and the tradition is that their art is more important than our art. Is that what they're saying? I don't know. I've lived in Kingston, near to Kingston, pretty much all my life, apart from when I was at university. There's places in and around here which are as important or more so than the stuff which is deemed to be so by this administration. Right now, we're at Backers. It's on our tour of Kingston. Here you go. Our home, our little friendly cellar club in the middle of town. What can you say about Backers? We've all been there. The point is, that is the spot which houses alternative music nights. It's probably the one place in Kingston which cares most about its customers, the club which cares most about its customers, about, like, supporting some kind of culture, some kind of musical scene, some kind of thing where it's not just about getting drunk and like waking up with a hangover the next day. Of course you can do that, but it's not just about that. It's about, like, a sense of community and something where you're, like, doing something because it's good, doing something because you want to be a part of something, not just like, oh, there's a nightclub, all nightclubs are the same, you've got your answer, go there, brilliant. Have you ever been to a nightclub in the last 20 years? Like, do you know how this place works? So, I'm sometimes out of breath. I'm a bit embarrassed about this. I'm never going to be a professional skateboarder if I can't not get out of breath just walking around town. using my green cross code. Hope you can see that. Okay, so the latest spot, and I hope other promoters are loving how I'm walking around town so easily. Our latest spot is a Hippodrome. This is another of the venues which I've been talking about closing down. And why? What's important? What's significant about this? Well, this is the place where the current #1 artist in the charts, all-time low, played here 2 weeks ago. The artist that will be either #1 or #2, as far as I can see. Hell, maybe it's top 5, but you get the drift. The Wombats played there last week, 2 gigs. We had 700, 800 people for the evening show at New Slang, and 300 under-18s watching a band, watching a legit, real deal band playing in Kingston. We can't just say that there's another nightclub, that's okay. We're not talking about nightclubs in this case, we're talking about gig venues. We're talking about a place to have kids, adults, music fans of all types, like going to see bands, going to see stuff they care about, being involved with something, because otherwise we're taking away everything that is good about Kingston on this grand 20-year plan about, I don't know, building luxury apartments. This isn't for the people of Kingston. This is for some big long-term money plan. I tell you what the people in Kingston care about more than like just another pub or whatever. There is a music scene in Kingston, and there's people in Kingston who love this place. Here we are, it's a Saturday afternoon. This is our shop, full of the music fans. This is what I'm saying. This is Kingston. These are the people that aren't being voiced, that don't have their voices represented. So what I want to do is, if you're 18 plus and you have a vote in Kingston, give us your vote, let us talk for you. If you're someone's parent, then let us give your kids a voice. Like, let's keep this town being so good, because if we don't speak up now, it's going to be too late. We'll have no gig venues. It'll become the living town of the specials ghost town. And you know, Kingston Carnival cancellation is one thing, but like shutting down the only places in Kingston that can house real deal touring bands is quite another. We need to say to Kevin Davies, to the Tory administration, at least listen to what the people around here think. Like, it's not being done right now. So that is a stream of consciousness. I can look at this camera and see it's 8 minutes, so sorry for taking your time up, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Safe.